shooting fire at me, but I'm gonna get you back with it, bro. See if you can survive your own attack. Hey guys, it's Pat and welcome back to another mod showcase. And today we're going to take a look at Lycanite's MOBS mod. You might remember me reviewing this one quite a while ago, but the creator has been updating it like crazy. There are so many brand new mobs and even some pets you can get too. So let's get started with all the mobs in the desert biome. The first one is the Crypt Zombie. He doesn't burn during the sunlight and he puts hunger on you. And if you have game mode on hard, he will break through doors. So I'll grab this dude right here, and he actually drops rotten flesh and a gold nugget. So I made like a special arena for today, special like desert arena right here, because we're going to be doing quite a bit of fighting. And this is the Crypt Zombie. He's got 30 health. I'll let him hit me just to show you guys, you know, the effect. You get hunger for 10 seconds, which is kind of annoying. But other than that, that's pretty much all he does. And he's not that hard to kill if you're paying attention. You can see right there, and he's dead. Alright guys, now we're onto the Krusk, and this one hides underneath the ground. It's like a giant worm that can burrow underneath, but if there's like stones in the way, it can't go through those. So we will grab him and fight him. He also drops iron ore, clay, and flint. Alright, so here we go. This thing is kind of gigantic. Huge worm right there. Probably would run away if I saw that thing. It's pretty big. It has kind of a long range too, so when you attack it, it has like no problem hitting you. And there we go. It's dead. Dropped a bunch of stuff. And what I'm going to do is spawn in another one and show you it underneath the ground. So guys, I just spawned one in like right there and it burrowed itself underneath the ground. So if I switch myself back to game mode 0, he will come out like that. So kind of cool. You could be like wandering through the desert and then a giant worm like unburrows and kills you. I think it's pretty awesome. Guys, one thing I wanted to mention is this mod is based off Doom, so you may recognize some of the mobs, and the models on everything look pretty amazing in my opinion. Looks great. So the next one we're on to is the Clink. It attacks with a ranged attack. It can drop an iron ingot and also a throwing scythe. So you can take these and throw them at your enemies, but you're better off actually crafting this, the Scythe Scepter, which is a pretty epic weapon. You just need a bunch of these and 2 blaze rods. So I'll actually test that out on the mob itself. Alright, Clink, we are going to spawn you in right here, and you'll notice he is throwing them at me like crazy. But if I use this on him, you just hold it back, and you could like fire them so quickly. He only has 15 health, so pretty easy to own him with that. Very cool though. The next mob is the Joust, and this one you can actually breed. It's a non-aggressive mob you're going to see in the desert. And yeah, if you have cactus dye, you can breed these. It's kind of cool. So I'll grab the spawners here. I'll grab the cactus dye, and what it can drop is raw joust meat, which you can cook, of course. And I'll show you it actually does have a special effect if I use it right here. Kind of hungry right now. And now I've got speed 3 on for 1 minute, so I'm going to be running around like crazy. Kind of cool. Some very good food in this mod, too. Alright, so we will spawn it in. It's not going to attack me. Only has 10 health, and if you have cactus green, it is going to follow you across the world. So I'll spawn a second one right here. And just use it on them, and then, you know, they will reproduce. As you can see right now. Looks so funny watching. And there's a baby Joust. So you can definitely breed these things. It's definitely very cool. The next mob is the Joust Alpha. And this is like a rarer version of the Joust, except this one is aggressive, and it will actually attack other alphas too, which is kind of cool. And it drops the same thing, raw Joust meat, which of course you can cook and get yourself a special speed boost. So this one is much bigger, has 40 health, and of course is like chasing me like crazy here. Very powerful, as you can see. And what I can do is spawn in 2, and they will fight each other. Alright, there they go. Very interesting. So yeah, if these 2 happen to spawn near each other, they will start to fight, which is probably good for you. You can just kill them off real easy and take their meat after. So we're on to the last mob that spawns in the desert, and this one is the Rapide. It attacks with range, and it puts weakness on you, but it is tameable. I really like how this mod actually adds in mobs you can like tame and breed like that. It makes it so much more interesting. So we will grab this right here, and it can possibly drop flint and also a mudshot charge. And you can take that and 2 blaze rods and make yourself a mudshot scepter. And I'm going to kill one first, and then I'll grab this stuff and show you guys how to tame it, which is pretty easy to do. Alright, so normally these guys actually don't even attack you. They have 20 health. But of course, if you hit him, he will go after you. And he should fire that at me, and now I've got weakness on me. And if I use this, it's going to do pretty much the same thing to him. It's pretty powerful. So if you actually saw one, you probably wouldn't want to attack it. You would probably tame it instead. And what they like are gold nuggets. So if I give him one of these, he may become tamed. Alright, he went up to 40 hit points, and I've tamed him. And the way to get his health back up is by giving him cooked joust meat. One of the interesting things about this is he actually does attack jousts if he sees them, like, out in the wild, which is kind of cool. Just to show you guys a quick example, even if they're not tamed, they will go after jousts. Like one right here. And there he goes. So yeah, he's naturally aggressive to the jousts and pretty much owns them. Alright guys, we are on to the mobs that spawn in the swamp biome. And the first one is the Ghoul Zombie. He poisons you, he's a lot faster than a normal zombie. Like, you can't really run away from these. And he even breaks down doors if you have it on hard. So with this one, he needs to be out during the night because he actually burns, you know, during the day. So grab one right here. And they also drop rotten flesh and coal. Alright, so here he is. That is the Ghoul Zombie. Very freaky looking. His head is so scary. If he does hit me, I, of course, am poisoned, which can be very annoying. But he only has 15 health, so it's not really that bad when you see him. The next mob is the Dweller, and he really doesn't do anything special. And he can drop a raw fish. I'm pretty sure you see these in, like, water and stuff, so there he is. He's kind of cool looking. He's got 20 health. He's kind of slow on land right here. And he doesn't do that much damage. Right now, I have full iron gear on, and I can kind of destroy him. And of course, he does drop some raw fish. Nothing too special. So the next mob we're onto is the Ettan. It breaks down doors. It breaks soft blocks, which I'll show you guys in a second. It's actually pretty cool. Like, he can't break through stone, but like dirt and wood, he totally destroys if you're fighting him. And has quite the drop table. He can drop oak wood, any type of mushroom, coal, and leather. So you can pretty much get anything from him. So I actually put some dirt over here just to show you guys how it works. And when he tries to attack you, he'll accidentally, like, destroy everything. He's really awesome looking. He's breaking, like, all the dirt trying to get to me. He's got 60 health. And yeah, he is a killing machine right there. No special abilities, but I think it's really cool how he, like, destroys stuff as he walks. He's got 2 giant weapons and got rid of every single piece of dirt I put down. So I would run away from that dude unless you have some decent gear on. So we're on to the last one that can spawn in the swamp biome, and that one is the Lurker. It can blind you and poison you, which is pretty overwhelming. It kind of like runs away too after it does it. It's pretty funny. And you can even tame this one. So I will grab that, and it can drop leather or string, and you feed it fermented spider's eyes to tame it, and it loves cooked chicken. So you'll see that in a second. I'll spawn one in, and these guys are kind of annoying. Like, it'll attack me right here. I'm blind and poisoned, and now it kind of runs away until this wears off, and then attacks you again. Alright, there he is. So be very careful if you see a Lurker. They are crazy. But you should be able to kill them. They only have 20 health. But yeah, if you don't expect them, if like 2 of them attacked you, blinded you, and poisoned you, right when it wears off, they jump at you again. It could easily finish you off. They're actually somewhat hard to tame because, you know, they're constantly like chasing after you. But we will try. So if I use the fermented spider's eye on it, it should... Okay, there we go. It should tame it. It is tamed, and if you give it some cooked chicken, it will bring its health back up. So now if I were to spawn in another one, he would actually go after it. Alright, Lurker, are you ready for this? I have no idea where you're going right now. And I will spawn in one right here, and he should help me kill it. He's going for it. You can see him chasing it. He is so slow. That's pretty awesome, though. I mean, there's some very cool pets in this mod. So now we're on to all the mobs that spawn in the Nether. And last time I reviewed these, I went over about half these, but I figured we might as well go over everything because, you know, there's so much more new stuff in this mod. Alright, so the first one is the Belf, and it does shoot fire at you. It can drop nether warts and also a Doomfire charge. And you can take that and craft this Doomfire scepter right here, which we will test out right now. Alright, so I'll spawn him in. Only has 20 health, shooting fire at me, but I'm going to get you back with it, bro. See if you can survive your own attack. And it doesn't do too much damage. You can see it does start fires on the ground, though. And we've killed him, just barely. I'm about to die here. That was kind of hard. So the weapon itself is not super powerful, but it's pretty cool. Alright, guys, the next mob is the Behemoth. And this one shoots fire, too, but it's, like, so epic. It's like this green fire, and it burns longer, too. And his model looks amazing. But anyways, I'll grab his spawn right here, and the only thing he can drop is a Hellfire Charge, which is good, because you need a lot of them to actually make his Hellfire Scepter. And this weapon works a little bit different than the other ones. All the other ones I showed so far, you just hold it back and keep it there, and it keeps shooting. With this one, you hold it back, and then you let go, and it shoots out the charge. And how epic is that fire? It is so awesome looking. And yeah, he does exactly the same thing. He's going to be shooting that fire at my face right now. But here we go, Behemoth, 40 health. He attacks really slow, so you can kind of avoid it. See, the fire landed right behind me. And I will try it on him. All right, here we go. Shoot it right at him. 12 damage. It's quite powerful. And we took him out. But now I'm on fire. So guys, now we're on to Pinky. And Pinky is like the scariest mob ever. It's got the scariest face in the world. It's extremely fast. It eats cows, sheep, and pigs. And it is breedable, which is pretty cool. So I'll grab these cow spawners. I'll grab Pinky, and it can drop raw Pinky meat, which you can cook right here. And we will test out the food as well. Alright, so Pinky is quite scary, which you're about to see right now. There it is. Now that is one scary face. I would be running very far away if I saw that in real life. It's got 60 health. It's pretty strong too. And you'll see these things running after you in the nether. That is so scary. So what I'm going to do is switch myself into creative, and then we'll try this out. So if there's a couple Pinkies around and a bunch of cows, this will breed them. It's pretty funny. This actually makes them breed. And look, there's a baby Pinky right there. They just gave birth to it. That's pretty hilarious. So the way to breed these things is with like cows, pigs, sheep. And then you get these tiny little Pinkies right here. Trying to look at its face. Same scary face. Alright guys, if you eat the cooked Pinky meat, it is going to give you a strength buff, as you're going to see right here. So now I've got strength on for 1 minute, which is extremely useful. So definitely hold on to that meat. Just got like so stormy out here. Scary. The next mob is the Trite, and this one has a ranged attack, and it also gives you the Wither effect. And yeah, the Wither effect is just so annoying. Like, I find it really annoying. It does so much damage. So grab this, and what it can drop is string, a spider's eye, and also a fermented spider's eye. Alright, so I'll spawn in right here. It's kind of weak, only has 10 health. Usually they're in like groups though. They're very easy to kill, but the only thing is it's going to give you the Wither effect for a few seconds. Now this is the one you have to watch out for. The Asmodee. It has a ranged attack and it's extremely quick. Like you can't even get close to it because you just get knocked back. And after it dies, it turns into a bunch of trites, which means a lot of Wither effect on you. So it's kind of hard to kill. So I'll grab this. It can drop an iron ingot, redstone, or a Devil Star charge. And if you get these, you can actually make yourself a Devil Star scepter, which is going to be very useful fighting it. Because, you know, this thing is kind of hard to kill, and you can attack pretty quickly with this. Alright, so for an example, if I try to hit it with the sword, it's gonna just keep knocking me back like this. Like, I'm trying to get closer. It's nearly impossible. I really recommend, like, trying to take cover behind something and then get it with a ranged weapon. Because the dude attacks quicker than, like, any mob I've seen before. But with this on, I should be able to fight it. We're, like, doing the same attack to each other right now. It's got 80 health, which is a huge amount. It's, like, getting close to me right now. So, yeah, some type of ranged weapon is definitely going to be your best friend against the Asmodee. And even with this, it takes a ton of hits to even take it down. I was down 8-5, and it's about to turn into a bunch of trites. You can see there's a bunch after me right now, which means I am going to be horribly affected by the Wither any second here. So yeah, this is probably one of the tougher mobs in the mod at the moment. But the creator just keeps on updating it, so probably tons more stuff is going to be added and a lot more cool mobs and pets. Oh god, I just fell into the water next to all those. That is terrible. So yeah, guys, you definitely want to be careful. If you just back up into something, like 10 mobs could attack you with this installed. Alright, so now we are on to the Nether Soul. I think it only has like 5 health. It flies, and when it dies, it explodes. And what it can drop is gunpowder, a bone, and blaze powder. This one's really easy to kill. If you have no armor on, though, it's gonna hurt you really bad when it explodes. It's kind of scary looking, too. It only has 5 health, chases after you, and yeah, it explodes. But with iron gear on, it's not really too bad. Let me try that again. See if it actually hurts me. So yeah, a little bit of damage. It's just really creepy looking is what it is. I mean, look at these, like, faces. It's kind of scary. And they pretty much kill themselves if you blow one up, like, right in front of the others. So, guys, we are on to the last mob in this mod. It is the Caki Demon. It's ranged and it flies, and you can tame it too. So we will grab it. And it can drop a lot of different stuff. It can drop blaze powder, gunpowder, a gas tier, and a demonic lightning charge. And with those, you can make a demonic lightning scepter. So we'll definitely test this out. Looks so cool, doesn't it? Like, these weapons are awesome. Hold it back like that and let go. And pretty awesome. So I'm going to spawn this dude and we'll fight it once and then we'll tame it after. Alright, so now that is a scary face right there. And what it's going to do is shoot those things at you. And it's going to hurt you if that hits you, but anything that's, like, coming off that is going to do damage to you, too. Alright, I'll let it hit me right in the face. Yeah, kind of painful. Kind of painful. So we got this weapon right here, and we can do pretty much the same thing to it. It's got 40 health. Scariest face I've ever seen before. I really love the model. It's one of my favorite out of any mob I think I've ever seen in Minecraft before, though. The attacks are kind of slow, though. You can pretty much avoid them if you're trying hard. But I guess if one snuck up on you, it would do a decent amount of damage. Alright, trying to finish it off here. It's so high in the sky. And we have killed it. So yeah, you can actually tame those really scary-looking monsters, too. And that's what we're going to do next. So what you're going to need to tame it is a bunch of hellfire charges. So this is probably the hardest mob to tame, but it makes sense. It's so epic looking, isn't it? Alright, so we'll grab that, and to heal it, it needs cooked pinky meat. So you're going to have some fun trying to get the materials for this. Alright, so I'll spawn it in and give it some Doomfire charges. And now I've got my own Caki Demon. That's awesome. This is my pet right here. And of course, I can heal it back up to full health. We definitely have to test this out as a pet. I mean, this is the most epic looking pet I've ever seen. So I will spawn in a Belf right here. I mean, these dudes are kind of calm, so if I hit him, it should go after it. Alright, there it goes. Come on, bro. Attack it before I'm killed. Oh, man. There we go. It's shooting down at it. So just having that as a pet is awesome. I know it attacks really slow and not that accurate, but I mean, look at it. That is just an amazing looking pet right there. But anyways, guys, that's about all there is to show with this mod. It adds in some amazing mobs, some really cool pets, and weapons too. If you want to check it out, the download, of course, is in the description. And if you enjoyed the review, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.